Warning: the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Coach's Box, Call MC It podcast. As you can see, I'm sitting in a very comfortable chair, and as a matter of fact, we all are. We're all here live on location. It's the first time we've done a live show in a long time. I'm joined by all these guys here. I was going to say all four. Not all of us. Not all of us. It's only the four of us that are here.
I bet you wouldn't even have to tell the viewers who's not here.
Well, I mean, we're not going to take roll or anything today, but we are here, and as you can tell, we're in this lovely home of Zach and Manny McVeigh. Yeah. Zach, thank you for hosting the show.
Hey,
you're the man.
Who are we kidding? This is an Airbnb.
It's a rental. It's a rental.
I feel like I'm at an Airbnb as nice as this place is.
It is. It's great. I just can't believe that, Mandy was nice enough to let us all be here. It's really nice.
Well, there goes all the brownie points for the next 5 years.
Well, exactly.
Well, it's great that you use it on this and not anything else.
Right.
So, Zach, since you are our host,
yes,
why don't you pick our first topic of the night and we can just jump right into things?
Okay. So I want to talk about.
Oh boy!
Since the Cardinals are on TV right now,
are they?
And I do have the Coach Jarvis ADD button here that's going to make sure that he's not paying attention. And we can turn the TV off. We can turn the TV off. But I want to talk about these Cardinals and the fact that you have arguably the best second baseman, if not the National League, if all of the MLB. And hey, is he an all-star?
Do we need to go around the room and decide this?
Unbelievable.
Who wants to go first on that one?
You guys open it up, talk about it. Talk about this all-star. I will say this, though. This is why we have an electoral college as the social studies group among us. This is why if anybody ever needs to know about why we have an electoral college, just take a look at the MLB all-star voting.
So wait a minute, Zach.
Yes.
So what you're saying is the best example that you can give students in class is how many of you guys like the Cardinals? How many of you guys think JJ is an all-star? And he's not.
Right.
This is why.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
No, not the best.
Okay,
but
well,
just the, recency bias.
It's asinine. Yeah. It's terrible, and it's made baseball look stupid. Any of the shows, any of the people you've seen talk about baseball, if they talk about second base, they talk about JJ. Mm-hmm. And for him not to be an all-star right now, it's a smear on baseball. Mm-hmm. I mean, his fielding, his hitting. What part of his game is not good?
Can't think of one.
No, they had.
He runs the bases well.
I think he leads the league second baseman in WAR, which is the big stat.
Well,
right?
that's he's on pace to beat out and be the number one Cardinal rookie Cardinal when it comes to WAR. That's better than Pujols.
That's better than Pujols.
Yeah,
I mean that's enough said.
Yeah,
and they were saying all the people that he is with right now in the MLB. I mean, he's in the top 5 with with people that are household names.
Who are the other National League? I can't remember.
Some scrubs,
right?
Like guys that haven't even had good seasons.
So guys that haven't even
They haven't
hardly
been
played.
It's like Verlander making the All-Star team. He's only got one start and he got rocked. Now, wait, a little different story there, but maybe we'll touch on that. Go ahead, Kevin.
So there are two. Ozzy Albies is the starter.
Oh, boy.
And then Luis Arraez
Yeah, from the Padres?
From the Giants.
Oh, well,
Giants.
Yeah, he got traded.
Is the backup. And there's got to be, at some point along the line, there's always somebody going into that break that gets injured or decides last minute to not go. Is he the next one up to get the nod, or is it like he's just going to be an afterthought? Mm-hmm. They gave the Cardinals now they have two, right?
Yeah, they've got Walker and O'Brien.
Yeah. Two very deserving Cardinals. Mm-hmm. But even more so in their position, JJ probably should have been. Him and Walker were the two shoo-ins, I thought, were for NL All-Stars.
Yeah.
So, well, there was one at one time. JJ was 9th in the voting, and I'm all for the fan voting. I mean, do you remember going to Busch Stadium when we were younger kids? They had the paper ballots.
Oh, I can remember sitting there filling them out, filling them.
Hanging chads on
and all that. Like that's fine if you went the reserves. Or here you go, you're a last place team and you only get one, then that's the person that gets to go is the fan vote, right? That's fine. But to sit here and say the starters are going to be the fan vote, it
got away from it. At some point, the teams all went in for themselves and said, here's a way to vote all 9 of them at once, and they would set up ways on their websites to just click for Phillies, and you could vote for just the Phillies. And shame on the Cardinals, because I don't think they did a very good job this year of promoting that on their end. Of promoting, here's our guys, we were going to push for Walker and Wetherholt and O'Brien to be All-Stars. And they just kind of let it happen.
Well, how do the players not vote for Wetherholt after the fans?
I don't know. How the players in the WNBA think Caitlin
exactly
Clark
where I was
is the
going
11th
to.
best guard in the league.
That's exactly what I was
But hang on, wait. I don't think it has anything to do with... Look, when you're a rookie, it might be a little different, but come on, give the guy his due. He's on pace for what, 30 and 80?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, that's pretty good for a rookie, guys. I mean, just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
he is. He's going to be the NL Rookie of the Year.
I hope so. It's a FanDuel vote. I think I got to check.
How many baseball cards? How many JJ cards?
I think I only have like 1 or 2, but they're not anything. Zach, we talked about this earlier. Before the show, they're not worth anything because Topps made 7 billion cards. Anyway,
so
I could go on this.
I
still have a thought. I still think he's going to end up being one.
You think?
Before it's all said and done, I think a player or two, are going to pull out last minute. They always do. And he will be named as one of the injury replacements.
I mean, if you're going to, it's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like Nick Cannon.
You are so.
Well, if you don't want to play in the game, you just gotta pull out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta commit. You know how it goes. I mean, it wastes a lot of time. You'd be doing something else.
It's only a 3-day break.
Sometimes longer.
I thought you were going to say about 9 months or something.
That's a whole season.
That's a long break.
Yeah, what are you getting at? I was talking about the All-Star break.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I was.
So what's your thoughts on it, Chris? I mean, you haven't really said too much.
Well, I enjoy listening to you guys talk. Plus, I got to run the board. This is a lot. I got to do a lot more here. That's the bad part about doing this.
This is our first take, too, right? This is the first take. Except we don't have the headphones now, so he's got to tell us, hey, shut up. Like, don't.
Like Kevin talking to the mic. Okay, anyway. Well, I'm the only one who can hear everybody, so I'm hoping I'm trying to make sure that it's not too loud. No, it's really unfortunate because he's one of the best players this year, and the guy's got to get some kind of, he's earned his way here. He had a great season last year in AAA, was hitting the heck out of the ball, and he made the opening day roster, and he has literally been in the lineup since day one. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he was a flash in the pan, kind of came up in May and then he's doing – it'd be different. If he was that guy, then I would say, yeah, he doesn't need to be – he doesn't need to be all-star. He's not. Paul Skeens came up in May, I believe, his first year, and they're like, oh, he's an all-star.
He had 2-3 starts, and they were talking about not only being an all-star, the starting pitcher in the all-star game.
He started the all-star game.
Yeah.
And to me, it takes so much. You hit the nail on the head, Jarvis. It takes away from the game because it's like that's not the best guys going. Mm-hmm. He's one of the best players, and the Cardinals wouldn't be having. I know again they're up and down, and Milwaukee's taking them out of the woodshed last 4 out of the last 5 games if everything holds up the way it is. But They're on the cusp of coming back. I like the direction. It is unfortunate when you see it's like, gosh, there's the bullpen again.
Well, that's where I'm going to cut in with what you're saying.
Okay.
That's the whole problem. Cardinals. I think that's the whole problem with this whole scenario. Because if J.J. Wetherholt was a Yankee, a Met, a Dodger, or any of these other teams, there would be no question about him being an all-star. But because he's a Cardinal and he's in the Midwest and he's not on ESPN every gosh dang night and he's not that's why. Yeah. That's what it is.
Right. Well, he's not wrong.
and that's what it is, and it pisses me off as a Cardinal fan. And
that was half.
No, I know. I'm just enjoying it.
And that's what it is. I mean, it's like Stan Kroenke all over again or something.
Why?
But, I mean, that's what it is. He's a Cardinal. That's the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, we barely got Walker. I mean, I was afraid he might not get on it. And
I didn't think he was going to.
Having. And it's all about us. He's a Cardinal. And, oh, my God, them Cardinal fans, they think they're the greatest fans and blah, blah, blah. And that's what it is. We have this stigma because we say we're the greatest fans. We are the greatest fans. Screw you, New York. Screw you, L.A. Screw all you other people in these big markets. We are the best fans. And just because you all suck.
Tirade.
Yeah, this should have been timeout tirade. I just had one. And I haven't had one thing to drink. And you know what?
Wait, you drink?
And not that I ever drink on the show. But I'm just saying. That's what it is. It's because it's the Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, Kevin,
go ahead. Kevin, I don't know how you can follow that.
Where's the gavel? Bam! I put it down. Judge Jarvis is spoken.
They are certainly not the best fans in baseball, or else they would have voted more of this Cardinals players in as starters. Mm-hmm. But he's not the only snub either, even at second base. Bryce Terang from the Brewers isn't an all-star, and he's up there in stats with Wetherholt.
Well, they picked the
fourth and fifth best second basemen.
We didn't get the votes we needed for him.
Yeah. Wait a minute. They had to put Jordan Walker into the All-Star game like as a replacement, I believe, right? The guy is leading the league in RBIs. In RBIs, runs batted in, like the thing that you want your players to do more than
their job. In other words, the job.
You have a bat in your hand. You drive in runs. I know it's this new era of baseball.
Well, and he was in the top in home runs for how long? I mean,
he wasn't a replacement. He was the Cardinal named to the All-Star team originally as a reserve.
As a reserve.
Right.
He's leading the league in runs batted in, not WAR or whatever weird metrics.
An actual stat that matters.
Actual stats that matter. That's a guy on base. He's now home. I did that.
Well, The thing is when they do the ballots, they don't put stats on there. They just put names and teams.
Right.
So that's all you can vote for.
I like this guy's name, so I'm going to vote for him.
Maybe.
I like the way this one sounds.
Maybe Chris should put together a Google form,
There it
much
is.
like the all-district
Exactly.
voting, and say, fans and managers, we are not telling you who got the votes until after.
Maybe they should just put stats, no names.
That would be kind of neat.
That would
That would be an
That
interesting
would
way
be-
to do it.
that would be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, this guy sucks.
Again, I'm all for the fan vote. Again, if you want to do the reserves, if you want to do all of the additional pitchers or things like that, but
Well, Gaston or whoever this is pitching sucks.
so
Gastelum.
either the players,
Is that French?
yeah,
Parlez-vous français?
He's
I
only,
just saw the
he
gas.
only pitched yesterday.
it's a rookie. They were
he
talking
just
about.
got called up yesterday.
Yeah. But either the players, I honestly think the players should be the ones that are voting for the starters. Now, I mean, that could open up a can of worms too, but either the players or the coaches should be the ones saying, hey, this is,
I would even be perfectly fine with the media voting for the
Oh,
starters.
no.
What?
Better than
No.
the fans.
No. Hold on. The media who didn't let Jeter unanimously, was it, and Ichiro as well?
Ichiro and Jeter.
And Jeter.
Listen, we just went. We're not.
This is that
Now
media.
you're really getting
That
us on a
media.
tangent.
That media.
I mean,
Kevin, I know you just got
Jeter.
back
How
up.
do you not vote him unanimously in a Hall of
Wait a
Fame?
minute.
That's the stupidest thing ever.
How do you not vote Ichiro,
Right.
who is the greatest left-handed hitter of my generation that I got a chance to watch from start to finish, came into the league at, what, 26
I was gonna say,
years
I thought
old?
he was like 29, something
He
like
wasn't
that.
that old.
Well,
But then he had 3,000 hits. He's the only player to have that many after he turned a certain age. And you want to tell me that guy wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer? Like, what kind of crack pipe are you smoking?
Did you?
What?
Was Tony Gwynn left-handed?
Yes. I didn't watch him when he started. You did.
Okay.
we were a lot. No, I don't.
I was.
You were.
I
was
might have been
83.
Okay,
This
so
is-
I was.
I was
alive.
4.
I just,
How old were you at 83, Zach?
I said barely alive.
Barely.
I was.
Barely.
hanging off by a thread.
I was 7 years old when Tony Gwynn
He was in his first round of college.
7 years old.
He was a second grader looking at baseball cards at that point.
He was in his 4th year, 2nd grade.
That's the best 5 years of his life.
Here we go. Here we go.
Aren't you glad we're in person and doing this? It's funnier now. We're in person.
How me bringing up Tony Gwynn has to go to me.
But wait. You're not wrong. I mean, Tony Gwynn, in my opinion, is probably
Yes.
the best left-handed hitter of the last 35, 50 years.
Yeah.
And that's a big gap there, 35 to 50 years. I had to sit there and think about 50 years. To me, 50 years earlier was a long time. And it's like,
It's
that wasn't
not.
very long ago.
No.
No.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's disappointing that baseball is missing the mark with that. If you're going to have the fans vote, it should maybe count for a certain percentage, and that's about it. Because otherwise, as you said, then your large market teams, which is I'm sure who got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, there you go.
Guys that
I
had
mean, the Braves guy. Come on.
Maybe have the fans vote for one player from each team, and that's do they get in, and then the players pick everybody else.
Marmal's on the staff. How does he not have any? Hey, who do you want?
I don't know, Zach. He was the manager for the last 3 or 4 years. He didn't have any say over anything up until this year.
He probably is like, I don't know how to help you make decisions. I was never allowed to.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Who's your best players? I don't know. They haven't told me. Is that what,
Who do you think we should bring? I'm waiting for Mo to text me to let me know.
Like
But he's in LA now.
He's
so
in LA,
He's
right.
He's 2 hours behind.
hey, wait. Who's the manager of the Oakland Athletics that during Moneyball? What was
it's Art Howe.
Art Howe? I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
It's Art.
Yeah.
So it's like, I make out the line. No, you don't. Yeah, you can't play him. Hatteberg's at first. So I mean, I think Ollie's done a better job on some things. He still doesn't. I don't understand this series. This whole 5-game series with the Brewers.
Was it a rain out? Because
Well,
they had
it
was a rain out. So
Yes.
that's probably
Well, okay.
part of it.
But still, it doesn't matter. I mean, I still don't see how some of your best relievers never pitched up until a certain point. But I digress.
Yeah.
I don't think Ollie had any say in the All-Star reserves or whatever.
So
hey, guy battled out of it, so I like him.
there you go.
He needs a haircut.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
He
So
looks like John Rocker.
right.
No,
No, that is not a
look like
job.
John
No.
Rocker.
So keeping with
Long
the
hair
All-Star weekend, on a positive, they did announce that Jordan Walker is going to be part of the Home Run Derby. That's exciting.
Is that a positive?
I was gonna say I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Oh, tell me why.
I don't want him. I don't want him doing that.
He just spent the last 5 years with a screwed up swing trying to elevate the ball, and now you're going to put him in a contest after he fixes it where you have to elevate the ball.
I don't. I didn't like it when I saw that go across the screen. I went, no.
You want me to tell you what I thought? I thought, oh shit!
Okay, well,
It's exactly. Wait, I'll tell you. I got it. It's mine.
Translate it.
It's mine.
It's
I
Yellow
did
in
it.
this one. Okay.
I did it because I had to. Because I verbatim. It's exactly what I thought. I go, oh shit! Come on, man.
Same
Really?
here.
I mean, what you just got right. Now, all I can hope is he can continue, hitting afterwards. But they did change the format. Zach, do you know the format? I can't remember. How it
Yeah,
is.
so
I've got it.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead,
Well,
Kevin.
it used to be timed, and now they're going back to the
Number
old.
of- yeah.
Go ahead, the old
Number of
school way.
swings.
Yeah, number
so
of outs.
It's not timed anymore.
No.
It is.
Go ahead,
20.
Kevin. Camera's
it is-
on you.
Round 1 is 20 maximum swings.
Okay, that's good.
All right. Rounds 2 and the final are 15 maximum swings. So you won't have, what was it? Was it 3 minutes of just taking hacks? And whoever worked faster could do better. Now everybody's got the same exact number of swings. So at the most, if he makes it through all 3 rounds, he's looking at 50 swings. So it's not awful in that sense. It's better than 9
But it's
minutes
still,
of it.
you're trying to hit home runs, and I just don't like.
Well,
I don't want him doing that.
And you can't have him. You can't half tank in that because then it looks worse.
I don't
You know.
like it.
Nothing would look worse than getting into the home run derby and hitting 20 ground balls
I'm
in the
with
first round.
Chris. As soon as I heard, I said,
okay.
The
Oh, I was the same way.
But the only thing that kind of makes me like, okay, I'm not too worried about it just yet, is because they did change the format. I've heard those guys talk about the timed format and just how freaking tired they were afterwards, because you're going up there and just swinging as hard as you can. You're not even, most guys when they hit a home run, they can admire it for a little bit. Let's be honest, that's how it is. You hit it, you get a chance, and then you start These guys are like, hit it, turn around, and get ready to hit it again. You are tired. So they are calling that timeout that they get like with a minute left, and they're dead. They gotta chug a Gatorade or take a Red Bull and pound it, or hell, maybe they need a beer or something. But either way, you're dead. But now with this new format, it might not be as bad. So maybe, just maybe, it'll be good for Walker. I don't know. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic. I know that's terrible of me, but I'm gonna be the positive guy here.
Now, so I'll say this, and I don't know if
roll your eyes all you want. Essence of positivity, right here.
Oh, we haven't had one of those in a long
my
time.
God.
What is this?
I spent a year with you at coaching. There's
Zach spent what, 2 or 3?
Two.
Two of the longest years of your life.
Felt
two
like
of the
three.
longest basketball seasons of my
Kevin, we did talk about this when Jarvis told everybody he was going to Crystal City last show, that I think his brother even brought it up. What is Kevin next? Everybody on the show's been
You're
Chris's assistant.
Nose goes.
Not
You're
a
up.
chance.
Not a chance.
Hey, I think Chris has a better chance of being my softball assistant than I have of him being
he
his
is free during the
basketball
fall.
I
assistant.
am free during the fall.
Not all the weekends. But
Can you imagine a coaching staff of me, Moreno, and Miller?
yeah, that would be fun. That would be worth price of admission right there.
That'd be worth video.
That would be, yes.
We could document that whole season. Season on the brink.
I was going to say eastbound and way down.
Last chance you. Last chance high school.
Last job ever.
That's the winner. That's the one I like.
Best job ever.
And Eddie's like, I don't care.
A documentary on what not to do, say, or how to act.
That's the new mission video that all coaches have to watch at the beginning of the season.
Hey, coaches, get behind that. Listen, I should call up Doug Fessler and say, look, I want to make sure that everybody watches these videos, okay? I'm concerned about coaches nowadays not watching our videos. Their attention spans are short. So we need to amp this up. It doesn't need to be the little slides anymore. I'll put it all on. You tell me what rules have changed, and I'll put the whole thing together.
No Hulk smashing.
With a little coach's box little logo in the lower right corner.
All you need to do is just make sure that you can click on that link. You have to subscribe to the coach's box. And we'll go from there. It's free. It's all free, Doug, so it's all good. And I'll do everything to promote all the new rule changes, and you ain't got to do anything. And I'll make sure it's of good quality.
Were you going to say PG-13?
No, I can't guarantee you that.
If you need a reference, just ask Jim Powers. He'll give you.
Yes.
Listen, there are certain referees I'll give you that you can get references from. Certain ones. There are certain ones I can't guarantee will say anything nice. But,
I'm sure Pat Burns can recommend a few.
Yeah, he can.
I'm sure Pat Burns could be a recommendation for us. Maybe.
There you
Pat,
go.
if you're listening.
He has been on the show.
Him and Kenny were up there at the showcase. I seen him and talked to him a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, just all you got to do is make sure, if for all you coaches who might be watching, what you don't do is you don't go on Facebook and say anything about the officiating from the night before. Or if it's, the night of, definitely don't do it.
Nope.
Yeah. And I
don't know why Chris knows all this.
From experience. Don't post on social media about officiating.
There you go.
And I was just talking about the events and talking about how my team had to overcome some stuff. It wasn't about, well, it was a little bit. I'm not going to sugarcoat
I
it.
didn't take a drink because I was spitting it all out.
Oh, a good spit take right there. But, it's good stuff.
And the spider webbing.
Any last additions about the home run derby? Zach,
Go ahead.
you've left your part out. What do you started a little bit ago? What do you think about it?
I like the fact that Walker's in it. Again, I understand the idea of it's going to mess with the swing, but you have to. Again, you want to talk about promoting the Cardinals. Well, here's a way for the Cardinals to be promoted a little bit. Maybe he does well. Maybe he gets
going to make one bit of difference, not one iota of difference if he's in that or not.
well.
Do you really think he has a chance versus some of the other ones that are in this?
Sure, everybody does.
Bryce Harper in Philadelphia. It's a left-handed hitting ballpark.
It is. They might be throwing batteries at him.
Junior Caminero.
Oh, yeah. That dude.
Yeah.
That dude's been on a tear.
He has.
Ben Rice from the Yankees got 26 bombs on the year.
Yeah.
Wilson Contreras.
There you go. Hey, how about him? How about him getting into some fisticuffs? He's
starting some stuff.
He is.
in Boston.
Where's that guy? Where was that guy?
Where was he at? Where was he at with?
That sounds
Cardinals?
like Wilson Contreras that was with the Cubs, not the Cardinal version.
Mo told him he couldn't.
He
do
probably. Hey, listen, we're going to offer you this deal.
No, listen, guys. You can't go and do that. Okay,
That's bad. Okay.
it. If you do it, you're going to have to wear a bow tie to the next game.
we'll put you out in left field. Okay.
That's what it was. He started to. They're like, listen, nope. You're going to break us like wild horses.
And then the last one is Jack Caglione
There you go.
Now
from
listen.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Left-handed hitter.
Left-hander.
Okay,
He's my dark horse in that whole run.
I've seen him in person
Yeah.
when he was with AA, whatever affiliate they were playing in Springfield, and me and Sean Erickson watched him hit it out of Hammond's Field. Mm-hmm. And when that was on the second at bat. The first at bat, the pitcher thought that thing was gone. Wind blowing in a little bit, and it was right at the warning track. It sounded like it was gone. The second one sounded like it, definitely was. And the kids sitting on that little hill out in right center field just looking up, watching the ball right over their head. I'm like, holy, yeah, we both are just like, yeah, it's gone. That's gone. Yeah, he's got some smack to him. And he's young, so figuring out hit. Now, it could, he's one of those guys, man, if he gets hot and, you know, you have your BP guy throwing to you, so.
So we can kind of piggyback into this. So he's an interesting point because I think he played several years at Florida, and JJ's the other one that played a lot at West Virginia. Or do you think that MLB, these teams are going to look at a JJ? And I know Cagliano's kind of struggled here and there a little bit with Kansas City, but JJ slid down the draft because he was hurt at the end of his college season. But with what he's doing, do you think it's like maybe we don't invest so much in high school players? Maybe we go out and try to find the 22-year-old, and that because JJ was only in the minors a year or two,
2 years.
Okay, and now he's playing, and now he's doing what he's doing. Is that something that is going to shift rather than let's get this 18-year-old that really has no seasoning?
I think that's the path that's going. I think MLB has also put a proposal out there as part of the CBA to decrease the number of rounds in the draft too. So you have less picks, and you're going to spend that draft capital on ones that have more equity in their own game. So I think you're going to see more college draft, especially in pitchers versus hitters.
I think the best thing they could probably do, I don't think you should. I know they made a proposal to to limit the age.
Yes, because they were going to eliminate high schoolers.
Okay,
it's very similar to like you had to have at least a year of college in or something. 2 years of college in. I think.
I personally don't think they should do that. What I do think they should do is eliminate the chances of the bust, and how you do that is you say, okay, you get to draft 3 rounds, and you can't draft a high school player. And then once you get into the 4th round, since you can't trade those picks. Remember, baseball draft picks cannot be traded. So you get those picks. There's the compensation picks if you lose your free agent. Those all stay the same. Right. But wherever those land, you can't draft a high school player until the 4th round. So if you want to go and wait that long, if you're that high school kid, you don't get the signing bonus. You don't get any of that crap. You don't get slotted any of that money. But if you want to stay in the draft, then this is where you're going to go. Now, if you say I get drafted and I go to college, okay, then that's fine. They wasted their pick, but they wasted the 4th round pick. Yeah, that to me is that's the saying about the salary caps. The owners are saving themselves from overspending because they're not smart enough how to do it. This saves them from drafting bad. So that's my idea. Nobody's going to use it. It'll be something that like, oh, I had this idea. Nobody listened to me.
It's just not even about even drafting bad. It's just about you're not able to project an 18-year-old person.
But I took a flyer on this guy, and he might be okay.
Take a flyer in the 4th or 5th is very different than investing lots of draft capital into that top 10 first-round pick.
I mean, if you want to say if you were a 4th-round draft pick out of high school and your signing bonus is $25,000, if you want to give them that, you're not giving millions of dollars to these high school kids, and they turn up and they're nothing. Okay, well, there you go. That's how you fix it. End of story. Otherwise, you got to go to college.
Do they still do because I remember when we were in college at our age that if you went to JUCO, you had to go 2 years of JUCO before.
I still think that's a rule.
That's still a rule.
Okay.
Yeah. You can be drafted after your high school senior year. Okay. You can get drafted after your 2nd year JUCO or your 3rd year or 4th year.
Yeah,
and then after that, you can be drafted at any point.
Yeah.
Just the earliest in those that you could be drafted.
But, I think JJ, I think a lot of these guys coming out now, like JJ Wetherholt and all these guys have a little bit of college. The college.
It's gone, baby. 3-run shot.
Walker.
Hey, he's practicing. I'm
sure that's what they said. I'm sure that's what he said on the broadcast. Let's see. He hit it. His exit velocity is 106.
He'll be fine, guys.
You think so?
Hey, hashtag 91 wins for Kevin. Hashtag he'll be fine.
They're not winning 91 games.
That's too long of a hashtag.
Right. I'm just
You
saying.
gotta limit your
he will be-
hashtags.
I'm just saying he will be
There
fine.
they are.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. When we come back. Oh, God, this is going to be so hard for me to say
Kevin
on
segment.
there.
Kevin segment.
Do my best Zach impression.
I'm not even going to put you on camera right now. If you do not want to tune in for the second segment, you can totally do that. I'll probably tune out personally, just run the board. But when we come back, we're going to talk about.
Say it. Do it.
You're watching the Coach's Box. Be right back.
I'm a delivery robot. And this burrito, it ain't gonna deliver itself. Incoming. I'm noodle looking both ways. Hey, I'm working here, all right?
Go on, little guy.
Andiamo! And if you don't have the right auto coverage, you'll be paying for this yourself. Switch to Allstate, and you can save hundreds. Hey, Jules, you still dating that slot machine?
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Introducing the ultra-quiet Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. The Daikin Fit keeps both noise and temperature at a comfortable level. It's the perfect fit for homes like yours. Hear the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
For service, visit www.smcihvac.com or call 636-337-2150. SMCI. Legacy built, future focused. Check out Elite Collectibles, now at 2 locations. Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
And welcome back to the second segment of the Coach's Box. I would really wish the camera's on Chris right now, because he has gone up, what's this now, almost 6 years, 6+ years of this, and we finally got him to allow me to talk some soccer after 6 years.
He was on the camera.
I wish he was.
He might
I
be.
wish you could all see
You
this.
can see it. Yeah.
So, the United States men's national team ceremoniously was...
Is that what you want to call it?
Yes, ceremoniously was
Are our mics on?
thrown.
Everybody is on now.
Yeah.
He just said ceremoniously. No,
Yeah.
they choked.
Okay,
well,
let Kevin finish, and then we'll all
Go
get our
ahead.
takes.
Eliminated from the World Cup in very poor fashion. They played very poorly against Belgium. Belgium is a top 10 team in the world, but the U.S. looked like a high school
They
team.
look like dog doo-doo.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Their goaltender sucked.
Oh, he was.
Okay, hang on. Let's all go around here and get our take. Kevin, why don't you go ahead and get yours, and then we'll go one at a time. And I don't know if I'll have one. Go ahead.
As the in-house soccer expert
Yeah,
at
go
this point, goalkeeping was horrible in that game. For the first World Cup cycle in a long time, we don't have a goalkeeper. Matt Freese is not a goalkeeper. Matt Turner has looked horrible. I don't even know why they bring the third guy anymore except to carry the bags for the first two goalkeepers.
Couldn't you hire a manager? Couldn't they just get a manager?
No.
Carry the bags?
No, that's what you got third goalkeeper for.
Okay.
Budget's not that big. There are several younger goalkeepers that are playing over in Europe that will be probably there for the 2030. But that's it. But above anything else, any talk of Christian Pulisic being the best soccer player in U.S. history or whatever it might be, it's horrible. He had 0 goal contributions in the World Cup. He didn't have an assist, didn't have a goal, didn't lead to much of anything. He's hurt all the time. He's like the Bro Neal of the U.S. men's national team. And I struggle with that.
I get that reference.
Yes. And he needs to be healthy. For the longest time, he plays in the Serie A, which is the Italian first division. It's one of the best leagues in Europe. He led the Serie A for a year in goal contributions. And then once January 5th hit, he's had none in the season until the game right before the World Cup started against Senegal, where he looked great. He looked great for a half in the first game of the World Cup, and then got hurt and missed a game, and then got hurt again in this game. And it's just, he turns out he has a fracture and a bone bruise or something like that in his shin because of how he got kicked in the back of the leg. But it is just.
Well, did anybody give a card for that?
Nope.
Oh, so that one was okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't a foul. The defender put his leg down in front, and he kicked the guy in the back of the leg. But I don't know. The refereeing in the World Cup is a completely separate story that we need to go over. Just the U.S. men's national team. Men's national team needs an overhaul in the sense that there are some players that are supposed to be the golden age that did not show the promise that they should have shown during this.
Okay. So I'll say one thing, and I'll have to give credit where credit is due because it was some meme on the internet, is that the U.S. men's team is like James Franklin. They're really good against bad teams, but as soon as they start playing a top 10 team, they get absolutely waxed. So that might be, I don't know, Kevin, you can tell me if that's right or wrong. The other, and I watched a game, a little bit of another one, and I thought kind of like, I know you all are going to hate me, but it's basically hockey on grass. And so they did. They looked.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just saying the same thing. Same dumb rules as offsides.
Oh my God.
But anyway,
There's a line
There's
in
a line
hockey.
there.
And you can hit each other, and they don't cry like little babies every time they get hit.
So that's
And
what
they
I want to
don't
ask.
flop and
That's
throw
what I
their
want to
arms
ask,
up
Kevin.
there.
Listen, that's what I want to ask, Kevin, is this. So Netflix had this Vinnie Jones documentary.
Yes.
If we know we're not a top 10 caliber team, then why aren't we playing bully ball where we're going to go? I didn't see any tackling. I didn't see anybody going at anybody's feet. Like, we're to say, hey, where's the Dennis Rodman or the Vinnie Jones of USA to say, we're not going to allow you just to do whatever you want, run roughshod, have a little bit of fear, and then maybe the other team plays a little hesitant because that's what it sounded like we did.
That at the international doesn't even get close to winning games, even on bad teams.
Really?
No, it doesn't. In soccer, talent will overcome physicality in many cases. Physicality is part of it, but talent will overcome that in the long run. Okay. The U.S. aspires to be to that level. They should be at that level. They've seriously, like in other sports, lagged behind in player development at the youth level because of, and I will stay to it, and then people are trying to dissuade it, whatever, the pay-to-play model.
And
it's happening in basketball. It's happening in other things where they're starting to fall behind other parts of the country because of the backwardsness of player development in the U.S. Mm-hmm. So
could it be because they play 1,000 games like they do in baseball instead of practicing skills and drills?
You mean to tell me that actually just going out and playing, just playing instead of just playing 1,000 games is important? Because, apparently that's selecting AAU. That's the model there. And, again, I've said it, kids get to the point where they don't even care if they lose because like whatever, I got another game in 45 minutes.
There's a difference between and whatever they do in select soccer. I'll use basketball as a reference. Having 15-minute running halves rather than saying, "Hey, let's go to the park and we're going to play all day, and winner gets to stay." Like, there's something about that because you just said winning. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You got another game in 40 minutes. Well, you go play at the park and you go try and play all day, and you're saying, "Hey, winner stays." That's that competitiveness, that being able to, again, not have a 15-minute running clock, but we're going to go ahead and play, and I got to figure out how to win. I think that's part of the issue is that everything's regimented, whether it's select baseball, basketball, whatever. Even this stuff in football, you're seeing everything is just so regimented that it doesn't allow kids to think. And so we wonder, why can't our kids these days have any critical thinking skills? Well, whether it's school, whether it's sports, whether it's life, when are we giving them opportunity to critically think?
Soccer more so than any other sport, and I'm not saying you guys, it's not this way in other, but I believe this as someone who grew up playing it. Soccer more than any other sport is a free-flowing type of game that every decision has 5 other decisions that could have been made. So, and we struggle with this when you watch film. When we watch film with high school teams of soccer, it's tough to do. You could nitpick everything they made. Even if they made a good decision, another decision could have been a really good one. The only way kids really learn how to make those decisions on their own is to just do it. And there are coaches, both in high school and in club, that are, I call them video game coaches. They're on the sideline and they're trying to hit X and arrows and got these kids moving where they need them to, and just let them just play. Let them just go. All right? Have a system. Do those things. And in soccer and club soccer and select soccer, they play full-length games. It's not like in baseball where it's like, oh, you got an hour 15. You might get 4 innings in. You might get 6 innings in.
Right.
But that's why in a lot of cases, some pitchers can't go more than 6 innings anymore. Why? Because they grew up going 3 because the time ran out. Mm-hmm. And they're not stretched out enough to do that.
No, it's because they get pulled with 75 pitches while they're dealing.
Because they didn't learn how to pitch when they were tired as a younger kid.
Well, I mean, Dustin May was dealing the other day, and you know me, I'm not a huge Dustin May fan. Pulled him after, 4 2/3 at 70-some-odd pitches. By God, what happened when, the C-team bullpen guys came in? Lost it.
Yeah.
Again, go ahead.
It's very rare in the sense that there are true, like the MLS clubs have done a really good job of having their academies, but their academies and being on those teams, you don't really pay to play for those types of academies that are backed by MLS teams and that's where you can find those kids and they go get some kids to come play for the St. Louis City Academy team. There are other teams that are academy teams that you still have to pay for, but in other countries, Manchester United has youth programs that are I can't think of the word I want to use, but there's no fees to play for those.
Right.
They're paid for by the
you're a contracted player.
Yeah. There's no, but there's even the youth programs are those. When you went out and play, you talk about in other countries in soccer, you go out and you play soccer for a better part of the day, and the winner stays. They have basketball courts that also have goals at each end, and they can do those types of things. It's just we've seen it in other sports.
You play games. You don't do skills.
You have practices. You do skills. You do those things. But like in soccer, you can't play 6 games a day, in a week. It's you can't recover.
Right.
But they would play. You go for a showcase where it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're trying to showcase your skills in these things, and it's. College coaches want to see kids win. How do they play when they win? Those types of things. But if you tie in a showcase, it doesn't really matter. But you might go on we have at school all the time. Kids leave on a Thursday night. They got a showcase game somewhere in Florida. 1 game on Friday, 1 game on Saturday, 1 game on Sunday. They come back for school on Monday. But they got 3 games, and they got all these coaches coming to watch them play at the college level. And sometimes for most of those kids, the college level is the way to go. But the ones that really end up playing at the national team are the ones that at 16 years old decided, I'm going to go over to Europe and I'm going to go play over there. Right now I can't remember his exact age. I think he's a 15-year-old that plays first team minutes with the Philadelphia Union of the MLS. Yeah. And Kevin Sullivan. he has a contract signed with Manchester City or Manchester United, which is one of the top teams in England. Mm-hmm. But because he does not have a passport, he's old enough to get a visa to go over there and work, he cannot go play for them until he is 18 by English Premier League rules. Mm-hmm. So he is loaned to the Philadelphia Union to build his skills and play for him until he's 18.
It's just amazing that they can be loaned out. It's like, you know what? Well, you can take our player.
Well, here's the other thing that gets it in soccer. In Europe, and the U.S. does not abide by this, and it is a shame. Mm-hmm. You go to Europe, if you grew up and you were developed by a club, somebody grew up in the Manchester United club system, mm-hmm. they get transferred on a contract to Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Manchester City, the club that developed him, gets part of that contract.
Yeah.
They get a monetary back because, mm-hmm. hey, we invested our time in him. We get part of that contract back. Mm-hmm. He goes from Liverpool to somewhere else for a much larger contract. Manchester, and his entire life as his development, Manchester United's youth program will get part of that development back. But the U.S. won't do it. Like with one of their players, they had a player years ago, DeAndre Yedlin. He grew up playing in this Crossfire FC out of the Seattle area. He played in the MLS, and he went over to England. But because the U.S. Soccer Federation, the Crossfire FC said, hey, we developed him. He grew up in our system. We want part of that contract. U.S. Soccer goes, oh, no. It's going to the MLS team that signed him over there.
Nice.
So it's why would those – that's what the pay-to-play is there. Some of those kids in Crossfire could have funded a good number of their programs based on the money they would have gotten from
They pay soccer
Fulham.
players so daggone much. Jarvis, I want to hear your World Cup take with the American team.
The Americans suck. They choke. They should not have lost.
So in depth. Continue, please. I love it. I want to hear it.
They shouldn't lose to Belgium.
Why?
We're Americans. We're supposed to be more superior than them. They're like a third world country.
So hold on, time out. Are you saying
Did you just call Belgium a third world country?
Quantity over quality? Is that what you're saying?
Any future employers of a social studies teacher that likes to think that Belgium is a third world country?
I'm not. Hey, listen.
But they make good chocolate, right?
My career. I'm not worried.
I'm at the end of this, not the beginning. I'm looking for ways to be at home and getting paid.
We should not lose to Belgium.
Belgium is a top 10 FIFA country.
I don't care, Kevin.
They have better soccer players per capita than what we do.
So you're saying it's quality over
I
quantity?
hear about how it's the world sport. Oh my God, St. Louis, it's our sport, and blah blah blah. Soccer this and soccer that. I hear it from Kevin. I hear it from Jim. And blah blah blah. And then we lose to Belgium.
Oh, we got our ass kicked by Belgium.
I agree.
We didn't just lose. We got our ass kicked by Belgium. It was embarrassing.
Yes. And so it was crap. We've spent way too much time talking about soccer.
Well, I haven't even had my take.
Well, you can have your take, but I'm just saying.
You want me to have a take on soccer?
We've spent way too much time talking about it. They sucked. They lost. I mean, we kick everybody's butt in hockey. We kick everybody's butt in basketball. I mean, we rule in most sports.
We have lost to the Canadians in hockey way more than we've beaten them.
That is true. We only won 3 gold medals. The United States has only won 3 gold medals in hockey.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, well,
we won way more fights than the Canadians.
Now that is true.
Yes.
Now listen,
working on those skills.
They are important.
Yeah.
You know, it still is important in hockey to have somebody.
We could probably beat Belgium in a war, but gosh dang it! How do you lose to them in soccer? Come on.
And ranch sales, because
I'm just saying it was a big letdown.
In the whole scheme,
as little as I care about soccer,
yes,
which is very
the fact that you watched the game.
Yeah, I watched.
Did you not have anything better to do with your life?
I have
Dylan
a feeling
was watching it because he probably had a bet on it. And
We talked about this last week.
1-800-BETS off.
I have a sneaky suspicion it was just on in the background, and he's counting that as watching it.
well,
that's better than
I watched Belgium score.
That's literally better than me. I did not watch the game.
The one time the goalie's like way out there.
I didn't see that.
That was a horrible, miserable mistake.
His foot was like stuck in the grass. Like, what are you doing, dude?
He was waiting. I don't know. I
was
wish
terrible.
I had. I'd love to have a good excuse, but I want to hear Chris's take.
Well, hang on. I asked a question. So he was so far out. I did see that part. He was so far out, he couldn't use his hands, right? Because
Correct.
you got to be in the box.
In the penalty box, yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure I know the
He knows
rules.
some
Wow.
Well, I know what offsides is too in soccer.
He did.
Stupid
He
rule.
did teach
Stupid.
at a soccer school for a while.
I did teach PE.
He was at a game.
He drove the bus. He drove the bus to a state championship
There
game.
you go.
No. I drove to the state championship game. I drove the bus when you guys played Bishop DeBerg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been to 2 soccer games in my life. Okay. Now, do
Sat
I
on the bench at the DeBerg game. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
because it was cold, and I just like the one time it was cold in a soccer game, and I'm like, "Good God!" And you're like, "Yeah, it's really cold. The wind blows somehow through."
right through their stadium. Yeah.
Like, good. This is terrible. Anyway, okay. First off, I don't know what that goalie was thinking because that was stupid, and I don't know anything about soccer.
He
And
wasn't.
the guy that whiffed behind the goalie looked stupider.
He was.
Listen, I would have used my hands at that point. Like, I'm going to stop this no matter what. You can get the free kick from there. At least we have a shot. No, I'm an idiot, so I double whiffed. I had to, I see your whiff, goalie. I'm going to raise you.
gonna
Even
raise
worse
you and whiff
play.
again.
Absolutely. I don't know who that guy was. He
It
should
was
be fired.
That was Tim Ream, the St. Louisan.
Oh, well,
Yes.
sorry.
38-year-old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is he even playing?
We didn't have, wait.
Because that's where we're at in our center back pool.
And then we had that
he's one of the two best
stupid
ones.
guy that he's the greatest player ever, but ow, I twinkled my toe. Oh,
Twinkle your
toe.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. He was
Okay,
hurt
so wait.
all the time.
So Kevin, let me get it straight. Like center back, how many other old defensemen do we have?
That's it. He's the old.
And that was the guy who was back. Like seriously,
There's 2 of them. The other one was trying to make the play on the ball when the goalkeeper came out of nowhere and made his poor decision. So Chris Richards was where he should have been. Tim Ream went to cover for the goalkeeper.
Jarvis's camera, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's all right. No one wants to look at me.
Well, now we're going to do the main one. It's probably because that cord came out. We'll have to fix that over the break.
So evidently the coach sucks too.
Actually, the coach did a fantastic job.
Well, okay, blame it on the coach.
why-
That was the players that did not
Why are
perform.
those players doing all that stupid stuff? Oh wait,
Remember,
I know where you're going with that.
wait. I've had plenty of players do this stupid
Yes.
stuff, even though I've
As
told them not to.
a national team coach only really sees them for when they come in from their club teams.
Okay, so I'll give my take, and then we'll go to break. I'll fix the
This
camera.
is way too much soccer.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
I'm just appreciative you guys talk a little soccer.
I can't believe
Okay.
I've said the word so many times.
So, I mean, as an American, I genuinely want us to do well in all of our sports. Doesn't matter what it is. Even soccer. All right. I respect the athleticism that it takes to play the game. I can't stand the fact that they look like they're dead, cart them off the field, and then the officiating obviously was stupid. I don't know anything about soccer. The red card that eventually FIFA overturned. It was obvious he was going for the ball, so it wasn't like one of those I'm going to cleat you in the back of the leg on purpose kind of crap or trip you things. I get it if that happens, yeah, but come on, that's easily something that shouldn't have been called. But whatever. The fact of the matter is, I have a little bit of the feeling like Jarvis does. Like it's Belgium. You're known for waffles. You're known for the fact that World War I was literally fought all over your country. How do you even have anything remotely close to a soccer field at that point? That you can.
Flat. I mean, how do you have anything flat enough to practice?
I mean, okay, and on top of that, the United States is that far behind in the world's game. So change what we're doing. the whole pay-to-play situation. If everybody says it, why are we still letting it happen? Now, again, money. I know. But then don't complain. Then be okay with being like in the 16th best country in the world every 4 years in men's soccer.
Third world countries.
Yeah, you're losing to. That's gonna be like a second world country or something, right? It's in between a first or
whatever it is.
Is there even a second? No, there's not. So it's either first or third, like person. You talking to first or third person? Not the second.
Let's just make it up.
All right, just as we go. So at the end of the day, it's really disappointing because there was a lot of hype behind it. At the same time, we're just not there. We're not. For all the reasons that you explained, Kevin, we're not there. The world is. We're not there. It's not a priority. If our best athletes were playing soccer instead of football, our football, American football, like
real good football,
what would it look like then? We could possibly have the best athletes in the world at that point. Our best athletes do not play soccer. They don't. Okay, we have very athletic players that play soccer. The other countries are taking their best athletes and they're playing soccer. They're playing basketball. That's why the world's catching up in athleticism and basketball. But in the United States, we don't. So our best athletes are playing basketball, football. We have athletic guys that are playing, and they are talented. Obviously, they are. But if your best center back is a 38-year-old, that tells me we're not necessarily winning.
There's no other options on the bench. There's no other options.
This guy, he's dead. Cross him off the
What about
list.
that guy in the stands? He can't run around for 10 minutes?
That kid looks like he's from America. But no, I think that's the part that, to me, really should open everybody's eyes as far as where we are in soccer in the United States. So, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Okay, but then why do we care? Like, if we don't care, then why do we care that we lost? Like,
because it's the United States.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
I care because
you know what you sound like? No. You know what you sound like?
No, don't even start. No, don't even do it. Don't do it.
Say it. Go ahead. Say it.
Okay, so you sound like a disgruntled parent of
my God.
How do I sound like a disgruntled parent?
I'm just saying. Hey,
You should have.
I'm
beat
not
that
taking
team.
my kid.
That's a third world school.
Yeah. You sound like just like a random parent. I don't take my kid. I don't take my kid anywhere to improve.
I'm not.
He doesn't live.
Whoa!
He
I'm
doesn't
not
do
charged
anything
with
to get better. I'm just saying. But why aren't you making him
They're
better?
smaller.
Yeah, I would get that.
Yeah, that's
But,
what.
but Zach, that again.
No, we want our country to be great in everything we compete in.
Wanting and doing.
I have no control over the United States soccer team. If it's my kid, he's out there playing for him. You didn't play good enough. Okay? But apparently I'm not the father of a 38-year-old.
I don't know. Maybe you could have been.
I'm not either.
Not me.
Yeah.
There's other people.
So listen, as the soccer fan, I have always enjoyed watching the U.S. soccer team play. This, I think, is the best U.S. team that we've had at a World Cup in a long time. They are
20 years or something.
And it's still the team. I think that it's the second time a team has advanced to the round of 16.
Yeah.
2002 and this team.
Okay.
They set a lot of framework moving forward. They still have to be better in player development,
right.
And they're getting there. They have more people at younger ages going to Europe to play those games. Mm-hmm. That will only help us moving forward and being better in 2030, 2034, and those types of things. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of tournaments coming up internationally over the next 4 years that will show us how to get there. We've got 2 Gold Cups, which are just the CONCACAF, which are North America and the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Copa America, which is the South American tournament, continental tournament, mm-hmm. which involves Argentina and Brazil and Ecuador, and we have a chance to even host that.
Yeah.
My only remember of soccer is when the chick took off
I
her
say
shirt
the 99, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That was 99
FIFA.
in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes,
Across the
right.
thing, and
So
we were winner chicken dinner.
Okay, so that brings up my point or a question to say, okay, how about this? Is it the fact that all of these European countries are so close together that they can travel,
In
they
Europe?
can do all of these, all these European countries, they can go travel and they can play all, versus the United States saying, hey, we're going to have to go on a plane and then we're going to have to travel to a different continent to get better, competition. I mean, is
And
that
you get the more in Europe? Each country has their own league,
Yeah,
and
they
some
got
are
all
really
of
good. They
these
got those
different leagues,
divisions, those first division leagues in a country that is in a continent that is about the size of what our country is. I'm not exactly sure what that would be, but they also then have additional competitions on top of it, where they have Champions League, which the best 4 teams from each of those club teams from each of those countries get together and play a tournament, a best of the best type of thing. They have the UEFA Championship, which is the countries that then play that each year. So
much.
There
I
is
think that would be great in
more.
high school
There's more opportunities and more chances to play against better teams and better competition. So
Hey, Jarvis is falling asleep
He's
over there.
Ow.
He got the camera back on, and now he's over there trying to sleep.
here, if you want to move the chair up, you can.
Yes. All right, well, we're going to go to a commercial on that note.
I just want to say thank you to you guys for letting me have this 30-minute segment.
There you go.
Jim is gonna
Another
be
6
so
years,
pissed
right?
he
Another
missed
6
this.
years.
4 years. You got to give me the next World Cup.
Jim's gonna
2030.
be pissed he missed this.
Well-
the dude misses everything.
Hey, our 10-year anniversary. Hey, our 10-year show anniversary is going to include soccer in the 2030.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Hey, don't worry, Jim won't be here for that either.
That's still funny. All right, we're going to go to commercial break. You're watching the coach. I hope you're watching it. Hell, after that soccer stuff, I don't know if anybody should. Watch Coach's Box. Be right back.
Oh, that's
200-year-old elm. And while I might be holding up on the outside, on the inside, I'm dead. Oh, man, it feels good to just let go. Hey, if you don't have the right home coverage, well, this could break your bank. Switch to Allstate, and you can save hundreds. Put it on my tab. I'll show myself.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Introducing the ultra-quiet Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. The Daikin Fit keeps both noise and temperature at a comfortable level. It's the perfect fit for homes like yours. Hear the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
For service, visit www.smcihvac.com or call 636-337-2150. SMCI. Legacy built, future focused. Check out Elite Collectibles, now with 2 locations. Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
Might as well take it off.
Go look at Jarvis getting a little action right there. You're watching the Coach's Box. Call like a
We're live. We're live.
I give him the warning that we're going to be back in like 15 seconds. He's over there just going on about something. Don't even know what he's talking about. If you like our show, You need to go and talk to somebody. Probably. And,
Do you have just an extra set of headphones? They don't have to actually be plugged in.
I mean, if you like our show and you want to go back and watch any of our old episodes,
Just not the beginning of this segment.
no, if you want to watch the beginning of this segment, we've got all of our shows on YouTube. You can follow us there, subscribe, you can share it, you can comment. You can comment about whatever you think you saw, heard, whatever. It's all right. This is why we miss having our live shows.
Yep.
If we were all closer to each other, we'd probably do this more often.
Oh my god!
But
that's funny.
yeah, that was pretty good. And if you want to drive and listen to it, don't drive and watch it. No, I'm completely out of it.
Not like Chris did that couple of times where he's
Yeah,
driving on the show.
Yes.
No, because that's illegal. It's illegal to
Drive and
live
host.
stream. It's illegal to live stream and do video. But if you want to listen to our show, you can always listen to it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, all for free. Had to get that in there. Don't forget, check out our sponsors. They're really great.
We still have sponsors after all this?
Oh, yeah. They love it.
Well, not after tonight.
Now, we haven't said anything bad about them, so we're okay.
It's okay.
They,
I didn't say anything bad. I was just saying I ain't gonna know crap in this next segment.
because you did all that research.
Hey, we're just happy he got here
I
before
was-
the show started.
I literally,
It was literally hey, different place, different year, same Jarvis.
Flew right in here, baby.
yeah, I mean, it was, fashionably,
On time.
Yep.
fashionably, whatever you want to call it. I can't even call it on time. Kevin, we got one more segment here to do. What's on the agenda?
I think we're going to talk a little Blues hockey.
Little Blues, yeah, go
Got
ahead.
one massive addition this offseason
Yeah.
so far, and we have a new GM. Doug Armstrong has moved up to the president of hockey operations.
So he's the
Is he the Mo?
He's the poho,
The Poho.
not the pobo.
Yes.
Poho.
And then
That's just
Alexander,
So many jokes.
former Blue, former Stanley Cup winner,
Yeah.
Alexander Steen is our new GM.
former fourth liner. It's okay.
Yes. Sometimes they know more about hockey than other people.
Oh,
do.
I don't disagree.
So
I respect him.
they had a big draft. They had 4 first-round picks at one point.
Yep.
They used 2 of them. They traded 2 of them for Mason McTavish,
Yep.
a center who will probably play on the second line. So that'll be a big addition. He was a number 3 pick when he originally entered the league.
He's 23, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
They traded 2 of those first-round picks for him.
Yep.
So that's a huge addition. We were always said a lot of last season they didn't have a true second-line center. So it's nice to have one of those. And they picked 2 centers in the first round to go with it. So apparently they were really looking at their center depth.
Yeah, they needed some centers, I hear.
Yes. The first round, number 11 pick, they picked Tynan Lawrence out of Boston University. He probably, the year before, if he had been drafted and come out, they said he would have been a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
But because he went to college, it didn't help his draft stock.
Well, I think he wanted to be challenged.
He went, yeah.
So, I guess, in my opinion, I think I'd want kids that want to go and be challenged and stuff. And listen, Boston University's that's a pretty good hockey program, is it not?
Yes, it's one of the best ones in the
Okay,
in the country.
I'm not going to sit here and say like I know a lot about college hockey.
Half the guys on that 1980 team were from Boston.
Well, and they've been really good traditionally. Yeah. So I think he's, for everything I read, I feel like he's got a lot of upside.
Yeah, they say he plays a 200-foot game.
That means he plays both sides of the ice, Zach.
He's a very good defensive forward.
Not offside.
Yeah, very good defensive forward.
That's not what that
and he does play in front of the net very well. He'll probably go back to play his sophomore year at Boston before signing his 2-way entry contract to go play in the AHL. So play another year there, just let him develop. And then they picked another center at 16, Maddox Dejanets.
Yeah, Dejanets. That's how you say it.
Dejanets.
Yep.
6'4", massive center. Does play in front of the net, so they went and got some size.
His dad is. They've got a bunch of these blue blood guys, like guys that dads played professional hockey.
Dejanet's dad was a Canadian,
Montreal Canadiens, and he was kind of physical, wasn't he?
Yes, he was an enforcer.
Yeah, that's the kind of guys you want. Okay.
Yeah. McTavish's dad was a former Blue.
Yep. Craig McTavish.
Craig McTavish was known as he was the last NHLer to not have to wear a helmet. He was the last one grandfathered in to not have to wear a bucket, as they say.
Well, you know what? I'm telling you, I like those kind of guys.
Yeah.
Now Mason's not. I mean, everybody was kind of he was getting a healthy scratch by Quenneville last year, so that was kind of everybody was like, do we really want this guy? I think maybe a change of scenery will help him, kind of like a Jordan Kyrou situation.
Yeah, this would be, I think, a change of scenery, a chance to play with some other people on either side of him. I think second liner, he's probably going to have Shen on one side, maybe, and Buchnevich on the other.
Yeah, most overpaid player that we have.
We still have Shen?
No, not Shen. Buchnevich.
I was about to say Buchnevich and
that,
probably Neighbors, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, Neighbors, most likely.
Yeah.
And then Thomas will center the first line. I made a mistake on that one.
And when you said Schinner, I was like, wait a minute.
I made a mistake.
Signed him. We traded him.
They also picked up 2 more centers from the Capitals in the Kyrou trade, including one of the first-round picks that ended up going for McTavish.
And then we made a trade for a defenseman because we needed a defenseman.
Yes.
Because the defenseman group was not great.
Well, yes. One of the centers from Washington.
Small,
the new center is the new defenseman is a massive human being. One of the centers from Washington will play on the third line. That's McMichael. The other one will go to the AHL to develop a little bit more.
He's a prospect, wasn't he?
Yes. And Brandon Carlo, they traded from the Maple Leafs. He was a former All-Star, I believe. Massive human being. Looks like Parayko, plays like somebody whose Parayko size should be playing. Not a look like Tarzan, play like Jane situation. So there was that. And then they signed the enforcer from the Anaheim Ducks, a left winger, Ross Johnson. He will be a fourth liner. Johnston, and he will be a fighter.
Yes.
He will be the missing piece of the physicality they have not had.
Toropchenko and him being on the same line is kind of exciting to think about.
Yes, there's going to be some people.
Bash Brothers.
There is
Zach. That's
you see.
Let me use
D2.
Let me use references you understand.
There we go.
We are going to lead the league in roughing penalties.
There we go.
Listen, here's what I want. I want the Blues to go back to the days where they got a bunch of these big guys, and it's like, listen, we're just going to pound you into submission. Because I believe the best thing you can do to combat speed is just beat the hell out of each other.
Man.
I mean, just like, listen, you can't go very fast when you're bruised and banged up.
Well, that's what I remember you guys talking about that when they won the Stanley Cup.
They were physical, and they were physical and skilled, and they were able to do those things. They were skilled the last few years. They just weren't physical enough to play the 200-foot game and got beaten up in front of the net on both ends.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is getting some of these really big guys on offense. It's easy to move the guy who's 5'10" in front of the net. It's like, listen, son, let's go over here. Not when the guy's 6'4". Not when he's throwing some heavy weight around.
So was this Armstrong's last draft, or is this the new guy's first
This was
draft?
Armstrong ran the draft.
Okay.
I think
that was his last move. That was his last
big thing
that he was going to do. He was going to draft
because like
he's the one who's been running the scout. Now Steen's been a part of all this.
Okay.
So it wasn't like we just hired him right after. He's been a part of the organization. So he's had input. Him and Armstrong are working together. But that was the last thing because Armstrong been running the scouting situation. He's got the handle on all of that. Final say, Jarvis, come on, no, that's why I can't nice things. And that's, to me, I think that, just hopefully is the swan song for him. It's like, because what I believe that the Blues do well is find guys that, like, oh gosh, his name just left my brain. The first kid we drafted who went to Boston. Lawrence, sorry. He's the kind of guy that the Blues scouting department has done really good at identifying. Like, okay, if he came out, or, a year before, top 5 kid. But since he didn't, okay, everybody else is kind of like, man, we're not on him. They identify those guys. Like, here's a kid who maybe was injured. Okay, he dropped. We're going to go ahead and draft him.
Sounds like Wetherholt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a situation of every one of these prospects has a weakness, and what are you willing to live with? And do you look at those weaknesses and say, can we coach that weakness better? Can we coach the weakness out of them?
Mm-hmm. Or can we just deal with it and say, hey, this is what our team needs. They bring enough to overcome that weakness. We can schematically play or, deal with it and move on. So I do think I think they've made a lot of great moves. I think there's still one more move to make. I just do. And they got to decide what they're going to do with Bennington.
Yeah, and I think I just don't know that the market for Bennington after the way he played last year is there of what they want to get.
Did I not say a couple years ago on the show, trade him?
Zach, you're speaking blasphemy.
A couple of years
now
ago.
Now you're saying.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago.
Don't you say trade them while they're at their highest value?
I was just going to say we should have traded Newt Bar earlier when he was hot. No, he's not. Anyway.
Well, are you falling asleep over
there?
The chair leans back.
We're looking at
Don't do that. He'll be out. I can't zoom in that close.
You see nose hair at that point. So you're looking at a first line of Thomas in the center with Holloway and Snuggerud on the wings.
Oh, I like that line.
That's I love that line. A second line of McTavish in the middle with Buchnevich and Neighbors on either side.
Told you Neighbors. Yeah.
A third line of McMichael in the middle with Dvorsky and Pius Suter on the outside.
So Dvorsky's the one that I feel like he needs to have a good year.
Yeah.
If Dvorsky has a good year and everybody plays close to where their potential is, the Blues could be pretty good.
And then a fourth line of Jack Finley in the middle.
Don't know him.
With Toropchenko and Johnson on the other side. That's 3 individuals that are 6'5", 200+ pounds.
Yes.
That reminds me of the fourth line on the Stanley Cup year that just want to get after it.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
All right, so Zach here. Let's get hockey questions
this
with Zach.
So are they going back to the philosophy of, I can't remember what you called it. Is it forecheck or something?
A heavy game.
Heavy check.
Are they going? Okay, are they going to go back to that? And then my question would be, after winning a Stanley Cup, and that's what got you a Stanley Cup for the first time in 50 years or whatever, why did they go away from it? And then why did they go away from it for so long?
I think there was a contractual situations that prevented them from extending that out. Because a lot of those players could earn more money, and you just can't afford to keep everybody at that sense.
Well, let's be honest.
They also had a massive weakness on that team, is that was a slow-ass team. And they wanted to get a little bit faster, and they went a little bit off. And then when they couldn't, I think they panicked. When they couldn't sign Pietrangelo, they panicked and went and signed, the guy from Boston?
Falk.
Torrey Krug, then
Krug,
Kevin Falk.
And then
the
traded
short
for
guy
Falk.
that did the missile.
And
I'm like, that's okay, that's allowed.
Yeah,
but some of the other stuff isn't okay.
So I think they're not getting fully back to that heavy game, but they're re-adding the aspects of it into the lines to be able to play. The first line is not a heavy line. Thomas, Snuggerud, and I just lost my train of thought. That's not a heavy line. And the second line,
no. Dvorsky's third line.
That is not a Holloway.
Holloway. Gotcha.
That is not a heavy line. The second line is not a heavy line, but that fourth line is a thumper. And there are aspects of it in that third line too, of being thumpers.
Well, I mean, if you got guys that are big and skilled, and then you got some guys. I mean, it has to be a healthy mix.
Yeah.
Of players that can do things. But then your fourth line needs to be they need to be really big and really physical and still quick enough to do some things.
Yeah, that fourth line is still the great thing about that Stanley Cup team is that fourth line could be paired up against the other team's first line and hold their own, and in some places it'd be nightmares on the first line because they were heavy with them.
They would come in and beat up people's first
but what that
line.
also then is pushed your first line matched up against the other team's second line and second line against third line, and you could. It created a matchup issue. I think we're getting, after looking at previous year's rosters and the one that's proposed for next year that they're talking about, it gets closer back to that situation that allows us to do that. Defensive pairing wise, we now have a puck mover and a thumper on each one of the pairings. Maybe not the first line if Parayko can get back to what he does, but your first pairing is going to be Broberg and Parayko, which is a good puck moving line pairing. The second one is going to be Fowler and Carlo. That's a great second pairing.
Hopefully Fowler has a better year this year.
And I think he will.
Yeah.
I do. He's
and
got
then
something to prove.
the third line might be the third pairing.
Yeah.
Tucker and Mayu.
Yeah.
Oh, that they have the ability at some point to be. If you have that fourth line and Tucker and Mayu on the ice at the same time, that is a thumper of five people. Somebody's head is getting ripped off at some point during a shift.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Somebody's pad's coming off.
So we've said, and I've said this so many times about the Blues, we haven't had a draft where we haven't tanked, we haven't played bad enough to get one of those top tier guys, change your franchise, can't miss prospects. We've had to get these guys that are kind of like, okay, maybe on another team he's a second line at best. Like Robert Thomas, he's probably a second liner on everybody else's, on these top tier teams, not everybody's. But on a lot of these teams, he's a second liner at best. For us, he's our best player. Now, we have to be, again, you have to win different when you have different guys. So the Blues think that they're going to go tit for tat with all these other teams that have all those guys on their team. We can't. We can't play that way in a 7-game series. So how are you going to win those games? First, get in the playoffs, win enough games, obviously. And then it has to be, as Kevin said, we have to be able to beat you up. And hockey is still, at the end of the day, you can try to take all the fighting out. You can try to make all the hitting is hard to do legally, whatever. You still got to hit people. You still got to be physical. You still got to play the certain way. And if you do that, you can be successful. And you still have to put the biscuit in the basket, but, that helps.
The reason, one of the main reasons the Blues were able to win the last two series in 2019 was, I think it was against the Sharks in the Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
By this game 6 and 7, the Sharks were beat up. They had 3 or 4 normal people that get a ton of minutes had to be scratches because they couldn't play, and it was getting to be that way. Charo,
Zdeno Chara,
Zdeno Chara, the captain of the Bruins, had his jaw broken and was severely limited in
he was
game
playing.
6 and
He was
7.
playing with a wired up jaw.
Yeah.
By the way, again, why do I just respect the hell out of hockey players? Because they do that.
And I think who was the round
I
before
don't think there's too many soccer players that play with that.
who was the team that was before the Sharks? Was it the Stars?
Stars. That was a
And
hand pass.
they were also beat up at the end of that series.
I mean, that's what they did. They just beat the hell out of you, and by the time you get to that 5th game, 6th, you're playing on fumes.
And being able to run 4 lines equal minutes, it extended out your top lines where they're not having to play 25 minutes.
And let's be honest, you got to stay healthy. They were lucky enough to not
you
get hurt.
got to have some luck.
Have some luck.
You ran into the Bennington luck.
Yeah,
where
you had Bennington on
He got
tear.
hot. He got hot. Everybody stayed healthy.
The Blues do have the best goalkeeping tandem in the NHL.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
I mean, they're two goalies when they're on.
There's not another. Other teams have a better goalkeeper, but not in a full tandem.
Now, here's the thing, and we've all been very hopeful with the Blues last few years, and it's just not panned out, okay? I feel like they're at the point now where we should start seeing the fruits of a couple of bad years drafts where those guys now are coming in. Does Dylan Holloway stay healthy? He has to stay healthy. If Dylan Holloway stays healthy, Dylan Holloway is an all-star player. I mean, he is about a point per game guy if he can stay healthy. And Zach, you get a point if you score a goal. You get a point if you get assists.
Yeah.
So if you get one of each, you get 2 points. I'm just making sure you
carry the
one. You get 2 of them. Yeah. So he's the kind of guy who can get a point for every single game.
Well, you're looking at Holloway's that way. Snuggerud should score a ton of goals this year. Robert Thomas is a guy that can be up there as well.
Yep.
Buchnevich, when he's on and really good,
I'm not going to count on Buchnevich.
When he's good, he's been that way. Dvorsky is a player that has been able to score.
We re-signed him and gave him a no-trade clause. I don't understand. I'm sorry to cut you off, Kevin. It doesn't make any sense. It's like we signed him to a 3-year deal. I thought it was a great signing when we did. He's been off and on hurt, never reached the same potential you're paying him at the amount of money. And then what do when his contract's up? We re-sign him. Doug, what are you doing? What are you doing, Doug? Doug.
Did he dug it up?
He dug it up. He definitely dug it up. I don't understand it.
Okay, so you guys are talking about Bennington and then kind of switch gears here. So I'll ask the question again. When you say, what are we going to do about Bennington? What do you do? What do you mean, what do you do?
I think if you're going to move him, you can't move him now. You're not going to get a whole lot. Statistically, he didn't have a great year. Do I think it's all his fault? No, because he was getting bombarded. Okay, he looked like Iran right now, just getting pelted everywhere, like missiles galore, and nobody's clearing the puck, so he just continues getting bombarded. Turnover, okay, he's at a disadvantage.
So then let me ask you this: why not do you equate him or that position to the pitchers when you say win-loss records don't matter? Because they don't really control.
Well, I'm not talking about his win-loss record. I'm talking about his save percentage.
Overall, that's what, yeah.
Okay, because you have to things that he can control. Like, should he have gotten? They have metrics for all that. I don't know all things.
He gave up a ton of soft goals at the beginning.
He did
because he was under a lot of stress and pressure. Because they weren't clearing things in the front. He was trying. It's the ever present.
Screened.
He's trying too hard to try to make up for some of those things.
Yeah, he's getting screened. Nobody's because I put a guy in front and try to block his vision. That's part of the game. But so you can't trade him now, and
you almost have to trade him when some other team is desperate for a goalkeeper.
He's
partway through the season.
He's a trade deadline guy. If you're going to move him,
unless the Blues are playing really well and you have 2 goalkeepers that are just lights out.
So you can do it like this. You got to talk to him. Okay, you can't just say, "Hey, we're going to trade you to the worst team in the league because they want a goalie." Okay, you have to ask him where he wants to go if he wants to go. We have an opportunity to move you. You got to shop him if he's playing well, and you can say, we have an opportunity to move you, get some picks, get this or that, depending on where they are in their season. If they're not really in the thick of things, take the picks. I think that would be and then talk about we would like to bring you back in the off season, and because that happens to teams, and you have to be respectful about it because he's the goalie that helped you win the only Stanley Cup that your franchise has ever held in their history of being in a franchise period in the NHL. So you have to do that, but then you also have to say, like, if you don't want to do that, we can only bring you back for this amount of money. And you can't give him the full $6.5 million that he gets per year being a guy that's primarily going to be your backup. You can't make that kind of money being a backup goalie.
Yeah, it can be one of in your situation when you talk to him, when you go to trade him, is, hey, you can go here and you can play the last 50 games of the year for this team, or you can sit here and play 20. So, I don't know. I'd like to see that the Blues
It's
are.
gonna be a hard conversation.
It's going to be a hard because when you think of that 2019 team, there's two people that really come to mind. It's the picture of Pietrangelo raising the cup, and it's Bennington.
Yeah, it's Bennington.
Yeah, so
And it's Bennington more than Pietrangelo to me because Bennington's stayed.
Yes.
Well, we could have kept him. We could have kept Pietrangelo.
I agree. I know. I'm just saying, though.
Yeah.
Because he has stayed.
I just hope the Blues are in a position where they don't want to trade him at that point. That means they're having a fantastic year, and they have two goalkeepers who have just gone off and kept this team winning.
Well, and that's what you again. What do you hope? What do you hope you have? You hope you have a great season where that's what you have to. That's your problem that you have going into the off season. Like both these guys were great. Now what are we going to do with him?
If Hofer brings you more in return, if you get to the situation you have to trade one of your goalkeepers, if Hofer brings you more in return, do you trade him?
No,
I don't think so.
But to how much? Well, to me, it would be a question of how much more are they going to will it bring
Listen,
you back?
At this point, if you have the ability to trade anybody and you're the Blues, again, it depends on where you are. When that time comes, I'm listening to offers for everybody.
Yeah. Nobody's untouchable.
Yeah, I mean,
except for the ones with the no trade clauses.
Except for Buchnevich because he can't
Which I
be
thought
traded.
was like 90% of the roster.
Not now.
There was
Not
a
now.
great thing that came up the other day that said that if you demand a trade, you should forfeit your no trade clause.
Absolutely. I think that'd be a great. I think that should be in the CBA. Jarvis, you're either going to fall off camera or not be in front of your microphone.
What?
Because you're like leaning. I'm just looking at the camera where you are. You're like leaning, creeping. Eyes. Jarvis about to go to sleep. I'm telling you. You are so narcoleptic. I'm telling you, it's funny.
You look fine. You look normal to me.
I can't wait. I got to cut that and make that into show all the times that you were on sleep. It's good stuff. So Zach, you always have these little random things at the end that you like to throw out there.
Okay,
we've got a little bit of time for some
right.
random Zach stuff.
Well, I like Kevin put this on the agenda, so I'm gonna credit him because I kind of like it. Kind of like it. He said, "Here's a fun topic. What's a rule in one sport that you would like to see in another sport?" I think that's kind of neat.
I'm going to start with mine.
Go ahead.
You get thrown out of a sport, you get ejected. Your team plays a man down like in soccer. So, pitcher throws at a batter, gets ejected. Your team is now playing with 8.
That's Little League style.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying put the outfielders shifted depending on who's up. Because nobody can hit the other way. You just shift them to the pull side anyway. Basketball, somebody gets ejected for something. You play with
teams
4.
on the court.
Yeah, you 4 players on the court. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Well, I had that happen this summer. Jarvis, you weren't there. I got mad because we weren't rebounding. So I don't know if you heard this story.
Did you pull the "I've got my team"?
Did you didn't hear this?
No.
Oh, okay, so I'll tell it.
Oh, geez.
So we weren't rebounding, and I kept telling them, like, guys, we gotta go rebound. You gotta go rebound. We stood there. And, you were around long enough to know, like, we've been really focusing on rebounding. It's kind of important.
Well, yeah, I did half a summer with you before I became a new head coach.
Before he left, that's okay.
Did about 13, 12 day contact days for nothing. But go ahead.
Out of the goodness of your
goodness of my heart.
Well, I didn't know you were going to leave. Damn it! So I
didn't either.
I got really aggravated because I kept telling them.
Can't believe that either.
And so I had. So we were down at North County, the Hillsborough
League at North County.
Yeah, it's Anaheim Angels or California Angels, Anaheim, whatever. Same
Oakland.
thing. Yeah. So I had 9 kids. The 5 kids on the court just weren't getting it done. So I turned around to the other guys and I go get them. Who we leaving? None of them. Dead ball. Everybody off. So one of the kids stops. Coach, who stays? No, get off the court. But there's only 4. I don't care. Get off the court. Referee comes over and says, Coach, you got another? I said, my team's on the court. We only got 4.
All right, Gene.
You only got 4. And I looked at him and I go, I don't give it. okay, just so I turned around and the kids are just like wide-eyed, and I said, I'm like, you guys ain't rebounding. You ain't got any chance right now because you're giving up all the rebounds and second chance points. So the teams are just, I'm not even looking at what's going on. And I said, did we not work on it? Yes, sir. Okay, then what are we doing? Why are we playing lazy? We're a lot better than that. We're a lot tougher now. We go rebound. Can you guys handle that or what? And they're, yes, okay. So just one of the kids, I'm like, you, go in. And he goes, and he stops at the desk, it's at the table, and I said, go. He goes, but I said, it's summer. Nobody cares. Just run in. There's 4 kids on the court. Because one of the things I told him while I was chewing him out, I said, if you think it's embarrassing that we're playing 5-on-4, it's embarrassing the way you're playing 5-on-5. It's more embarrassing that we're doing just as good as you were man down.
Those poor kids.
Hey, that's another rule that would be a good one. In basketball, subbing on the fly.
That would be kind of
shift changes.
No, because then we'd have to have offsides.
Hey, that would be awesome, especially if I was his assistant still. Oh, my God. I'd be like, go in. I don't care if he doesn't want to go.
Mm-hmm. You know how that would go.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, your turn.
Man,
awesome.
I don't know. I need some time to think about this.
my
I was
gosh.
thinking about something along the lines of like in baseball where, okay, in basketball you get a free throw where you're getting a chance to, score and nobody else can stop you. Maybe something like, hey, late inning situation, you get a hit and we're going to say, hey, this inning, these batters, if they get a hit, then nobody in the field can move.
That sounds a lot like banana ball.
What? I don't even understand how that works.
Yeah, they just don't. And
It's
then,
the golden batter rule. Just
Yeah.
pick any batter to go up and hit at any point in time.
yeah,
I don't know. That's just weird.
yeah.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
No.
Whatever.
I don't have to listen.
That's
It's
fine.
America. We can
that's
disagree.
true.
I don't have to yell at you and
I
tell you
know.
you're stupid.
I-
But
No,
Apparently,
just
sometimes
take
we do.
Take him off the floor and not put anybody
Yeah.
back in place.
Jarvis, you're over there deep in thought. You're trying to think about this.
I'm trying to think of a rule for one sport.
Does that have to be a rule, or does that have to be like a
I would
generalized?
Just let's go even a generalized concept, just
man.
that type of thing.
Okay. I mean, I think I would like to get rid of offsides in hockey.
Thank you.
I think. Hey, listen, if you're
Yes.
going to cherry pick it, go ahead and cherry pick.
Thank you.
That's just open
no,
the game up.
I do have one. I do have one.
Oh,
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
I was in the middle of mine, and
Sorry.
you're just like,
Sorry.
oh, okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Go.
it's your show.
Okay, so
Your house.
Your house. Where's your house? Your rules.
all right, no. So in basketball,
I'm sorry, Manny's house.
Yeah, right. Yep. So no backcourt violation. So how soccer, how they always go, they can go backwards, forwards, and all that. You still have your shot clock. Up the shot clock to like, I don't know, it's NBA 24, go to like a 35-second shot clock, but you can go anywhere you want. If you want to wait 30 seconds at the backcourt, you want to go back and forth, I think that would be kind of neat.
I mean, in the NBA, you got 8 seconds to get across.
That goes
Hey,
away.
Listen, in the NBA, they don't even call traveling, so I don't
Yeah.
see they've gotten rid of most of them anyway.
Okay, wait. Hey, I would change mine. I want traveling to come back in the NBA. I want the NBA to play basketball again.
There you go.
Can we just do that? Hey, can you call the game like,
The rules.
Dr. Naismith and God intended? Okay?
Why in the hell would you want to go in the back court? What you got in the front court?
So you can't get trapped.
Yeah, can't get trapped.
Yeah.
Or-
you run away from your
Yeah,
own
you're-
basket, you get trapped a little easier, I
Or,
think.
yeah.
You're going to be running. I mean,
No.
But the half court's no longer a boundary
Yeah,
in a
it's not a
trap,
boundary
so
to get-
you don't
yeah.
get stuck in the corners. You just back
think
dribble
about,
out of
think
it.
about
and-
okay, you're going to guard me full court. Well, then I'm going to go back. I'm going to go.
Then why
backwards
why not do the restraining lines for the courts when they used to do it for the small courts? You know what I'm talking about?
Well,
in
are
smaller
you
gyms, where you cross a certain line, but then
You can't
there's
go.
3 lines.
Yeah, was it like historically now
Yes.
with women where they could only
No,
stay
no,
in
no,
one.
no, 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 no.
Okay, now
So
some
in
different-
small gyms, in small gymnasiums, like the old gyms, they would have restraining lines, okay, for like would take the ball out of bounds because they didn't have the space and the out of bounds. Okay. They also had like if the courts were shorter that they built,
Your
they would
half
have
courts were overlapped.
the half court lines would overlap, so they have basically have 3 lines.
Yeah.
You have the one where you jump the ball.
Take it out. You gotta
volleyball
take it out
lines.
in basketball. Is that what you're saying?
No. You cross. You
Yeah.
you have to cross a certain line. That's your half court line. But then it's the one back here that's actually the half court line after you cross it. So you get that whole space once you cross that middle line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the line
It's like the
that's back
volleyball
here,
10-foot volleyball
yeah.
lines.
So think about the
yeah.
10-foot spike lines.
Yeah.
And think about the half court line. Once you cross the half court line, you get to now go all the way back half court to the 10-foot line that's here.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the other team gets the ball, it's the same thing. And that's how they did it with old gyms. Now, the restraining lines that would go around would be like a foot. And I'm sure Ron Rhodes and Tim Winkler, who were around when the game was invented, I have to give my Tim Winkler
And Bruce
jab.
Valroy.
And Bruce Valroy, who were all part of on the committee.
Creation. They were with
Naismith.
He's the one that cut the hole in the peach basket.
That was Coach Winkler.
Winkler was nailing it.
Winkler is like, you're going to make fun of me for being old every time I get a chance. So, the restraining lines, if you caught the ball, like if the ball's being taken out and you have to take it out behind the restraining line, if you caught the ball inside the restraining line, you're out of bounds. But once you caught it inbounds inside, you got the normal.
Oh my gosh!
Now think about
officiating.
No, not even officiating. Stop. Think about the players having to remember think about how hard it is right now to get kids to remember to do a couple little things like, hey, tee up with your hands ready, or hey, pass and cut. Now you got to know where the damn lines are.
Like Jim Carrey. Hey, hold on, I got to warm up. And he's going back and forth. Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Maybe they
cable
should,
guy.
Maybe they should have back field in soccer. Like once I don't even know what the point of that whole damn line is that they have the half field line in soccer. It's the most useless line there is.
You got to kick off from there.
Put a point. Put a little dots.
Just a little,
just
Both teams have to be on either side when you kick off.
You can't tell me they can't. That nobody can tell where the.
Apparently they can, because that's the goofiest thing watching the USA when they whatever their game that they won. They had two goals. I'm like, really?
Why don't they just put? Hey, why don't they do like hockey? So now I'm saying take away the hockey and put it in soccer. Put the line for offsides in soccer. So now you have a box. Just like you do in hockey.
Well, they do that in like CYC. They have that.
Hey, just take the CYC.
With the younger kids.
Hey, this is the first time and the only time I'll ever say this. Take the CYC model.
Hey, Kevin's on the board. You can't say that in front of him.
No. I'm in charge of basketball.
Oh,
at one particular parish.
Langhauser's on the.
Yeah, Langhauser's on the.
Yeah. He's the one. So take the CYC model and apply that to the actual game of soccer.
Langhauser's Mr. CYC in St. Louis. So,
Mr. CYC. That's what I'm gonna call him when he has one of my.
So
games.
do we have any other?
I would like to see the MLS or soccer adopt the original Major League Soccer penalty kick. If you haven't seen that before,
no,
it's not the spot kick from 12 yards out.
Yeah,
you get the ball. They put a spot 35 yards out. Goalkeeper on the line, ball at 35. You had 5 seconds to shoot. You could just take off and dribble. So it was like a hockey penalty shot in soccer.
What about
it ended up in a couple of injuries, basically on collisions.
What about a 3-point line, but for 2 points in soccer?
Yeah, score outside the penalty area.
That
could
would be kind of cool.
I'd be down for that because soccer needs more scoring.
Do you remember the old Rock and Jock on MTV?
Oh,
Did you ever
the
watch
goal hanging up. I had the 10-point basket up higher. I would love that.
The 50-point basket that's way up. What do that?
From the logo.
Yes.
I say we just, and this is what everyone's arguing about. Let's end the argument and just get the shot clock and put it in effect.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. Are you not a fan of that?
No.
Why?
I'm not. I don't like it.
You are so old. Look at that beard you got going on there.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Did you just wake up in time?
I mean,
You're the
No,
one
what are you
drinking.
talking about? He
You're the one
wasn't
drinking
asleep.
your Ensure the other. If I ready to fall asleep over
dude,
it.
it doesn't matter. I've worked the tournament up there 2 years in a row, and there's not been more than 10. Not been more than 10.
Okay, I would adopt that. I would be okay with that. If, like baseball, if, like soccer, they would say, you're up, whatever, 40, 50, whatever, game's done.
Mercy rule.
Yeah, you're done. We're
No,
not
you
playing.
can't end the game until it's over.
Well, then why do they do it in other sports? They do it in baseball and soccer.
Right. That's what I'm. If you're going to implement
end
the
the game
shot
till it's
clock,
over.
If you're going to implement the shot clock, then that's
They don't. Baseball doesn't have a timer
For the game.
for the game.
They do. They do have a timer. It's called 7 innings.
Okay, and I see Jason's argument.
I get
And
it
I
too,
get
but
your
I'm just saying. I'm like, why
So I'm a
do
kid
certain
that-
athletes not get to finish their game because they're winning by so much, but a basketball team can win by 80 and keep playing? Does that? You understand what I'm saying by that, right?
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I'm not going to be a classless jerk when my team's up.
No, and I know you're not.
You're
and
few and
many,
far between, though.
Many
I know
are
I'm few
not,
and
but there
far
still are
between.
But there are also would be in soccer. There would be classless jerks that if we were up 8 in the second half, that they would still try to score 8 more goals.
Stat padding.
Yes, that would be the same in baseball, where people, and sometimes some teams in baseball are just bad enough; they don't have enough pitching.
you go.
A 15-0 game in 3 innings
Well, I'm
can
not-
turn into
I'm
35
not gonna
real
lie,
quick.
This is going to sound horrible. I mean, I got a girl that's got 90 points away from 1,000 when I start the season. If we have a couple bad teams, like say we play someone bad early in the season, I'm going to let her score a lot because I want it to get over with. I don't want to sit there. I don't want to have 6 games or 5 games. I don't want her worried about it. I want to get it over with as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I do think that if
I'm not going to sit, let her score 100 in game. But I mean,
not, that'd be
No,
awesome.
no, yeah.
that would be awesome. It'd be hard not to let her if she was on that pace.
I
But
mean, it's like, listen,
Do
you
it
can't
against a
stop
good
her.
team. Don't do it.
Yeah, Zach's right.
know.
If
but I mean,
if you took a mercy clock and said if you get up by a certain amount of points in basketball, then the clock stops and doesn't. It starts
it
but
just
never
runs.
stops.
Yeah,
I would
okay
love
with
it.
that.
I would love that. To be honest with you,
running clock. I'm fine with that.
Hey, even if it's in the second quarter,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have a problem with that. But it just runs.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have
go to
any.
halftime.
no
and then
more shot clock.
I don't have any
then?
issue
or,
of, like-
or are you saying shot clock also?
Shot clock also.
But like,
Yeah.
in,
But it
in-
runs-
The shot clock doesn't affect anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect anything when it comes to the mercy part because the mercy clock still the main clock keeps spinning. So as long as your quarter is going, it's still going. I would say, in my opinion, but again, Missouri passing any kind of basketball rules is. It's going to sound bad. I don't know if I want to say this, but I said this before. We don't want to be last to do anything, but we are okay with being like second to last or third to last, like we are in teacher
like our
salaries.
salaries.
But we have a hard time kind of like keeping up with the times. Other states have those mercy clock starts and it doesn't stop. Like, you get underneath 30, the clock stops. I would be okay if it didn't. And I would be okay if it wasn't just the fourth quarter. And I get it. You're like, what about those other kids? Well, gives a crap. It doesn't matter. You're already up. At that point, if you're up by that much and the mercy clock starts, then you put the other kids in.
Well, and that's what I would say that. Like, but in softball, I get the opportunity. Something happens with teams. I'm up 10 after 1 inning, so I kind of get some kids in. They play well enough to add some more runs. It's done after the third, and those other kids don't get the same opportunities that starters would in those situations. So that's where I'm saying. But if this were a basketball game, I could have played them 6 innings to get through the 7 without the mercy rule.
I get it. But, I mean, everything's different for different sports.
I
Well,
get
and
you.
I would argue the same thing with the baseball with the pitch count rule. is that if I can end it, then I can end it, and I can save pitching.
Oh, well, yes, 100.
I can save pitching.
Yeah, that's the one.
Listen,
Pitch be the one saving grace in baseball with the pitch
And
counts.
football, I would say, hold on, time out. Even if I'm the winning team, hey, I can get this and not get my players hurt. Okay, great. And we get the win. Players don't get hurt, and we can move on. Let's do it. Let's be done with it.
Well, the problem, like another issue you run into, especially like I'm going to be in a situation where I might only have 10 girls, and say 3 of them are freshmen. They're never going to touch the floor unless it's a blowout or we're getting blown out. So now I have a problem because I got some girls that are never going to get any experience in game time situations unless it's that.
Yeah. And that's and I don't want to take that away from anybody.
Right.
But it's the one thing that I've always said as a coach. It has that.
Yeah.
I'm 2 sports that have that drop dead.
But here's what I will say to that. You are going to know, and the other coach is going to know, will take you out. The coaches have an idea about what's going to happen, okay? Regardless of, like, before you ever enter, this one's going to be a battle tonight. We can this game, we could just play in flip-flops, and we're going to win by 30. So if you know that rule, then just like the shot clock, you adjust your coaching style and say, we know we're going to get thumped today. Well, when it's 25 points, then I'm going to put those kids in because when the game ends at 50, well, then they got their playing time.
We don't have a chance, guys.
Or you're playing, or Zach, you're playing that guy, and then you put your subs in, and then he starts full court pressing you. And
they got to learn sometime, right? According to your rule, according to your thought process, they're getting to play.
No, you.
I know. You don't
wait,
press.
but that depends on if you've been pressing the whole game and you're losing, and you continue to press the subs. That's stupid, but not quite the same as we haven't pressed the whole game,
and then
I
put my subs in,
and then you start pressing. Yeah. And for you guys
I look down at you and go,
what's the deal?
Yeah, and if that's you need to check yourself before I wreck you. Because I don't like that.
No, because we had to do it last year. The person they pressed all game, so we're putting in our subs because we're up by a lot, and then our subs couldn't handle it. They start pressing. We had to put our starters back in because we're going to end up maybe losing the game if we don't.
To me, it's. I mean,
and I've had to do it when I was the head coach at Herky.
We're trying to teach these kids a little bit. We want to win. Everybody wants to win, but when you're in a position where you can blow somebody out, and you're trying to
concede.
Listen.
Hey,
listen, I get it. We're never going to surrender. It's not a surrender thing. It's like gamesmanship. Okay, look.
It's called class and mercy is what this is.
Well, I'm up 40, so I'm starting to put and then you're going to start full court press my 4 freshmen that I just put in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that maybe there's time. I've done it in the past, and it was a BS move. I was young, and I had somebody tell me, don't do that. Okay, and I understand that now. But when you're older and you're doing it, it's like, oh, wait, no, don't do that. And I'm going to tell you, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're in the freaking Hall of Fame. I don't care if you're Mike Krzyzewski. Mike Krzyzewski wouldn't do that because, it's Mike Krzyzewski. Zach can tell you.
But that's the thing. In college games, they do that thing where it's 90 seconds left and you're just now taking your starters out. You're up 20. If you're a Division I athlete can't hold a 5-minute lead, then recruit better. I don't agree with that then because, again, you're going to – Booby Miles – You're going to take the risk of getting somebody hurt when you've had the game in hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah. By the way, that's the moral of Friday Night Lights. We were talking about that before you guys got here.
I wasn't here for that.
It's funny because I'm going to tell. I was supposed to read that book in college for a sport. It was sports literature at SEMO, and I didn't read the book. I watched the movie and. I argued with the teacher, and he was like, the book's different. No, I don't care if it is or not. So it was like, what was your takeaway from the book? It was one of the last times that I put on there, you don't play Boobie Miles when you're blowing a team up 40. I mean, that's kind of the whole moral. That's the only thing I took away from that entire thing. Like, hey, don't do that. So I try not to. That's what I learned that from college.
Yeah.
Like, hey, my star player, don't keep him in the game.
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Gotta get him out.
Gotta get him out. Something bad could happen.
Nope.
And ever since I watched that movie, we're not doing that. Anything else before we wrap this up? This has been a 2-hour show, guys.
I just want to say, it just came across that U.S.-Belgium game had 33 million viewers.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot of people in Belgium.
No, 33 million U.S. viewers.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of disappointed viewers.
Is that just people having that on in a bar?
Right.
For all the foreign people?
All the people in the bar?
So all the Belgian people that came over, they're at the bar like, can you turn on the soccer game?
I don't.
How do they? I want to know how.
5 TVs in a bar.
There you go. Oh wait, the occupancy. There's 300 people in this. Is that how do they come up with these ratings?
That's number of televisions. Number of.
I don't know.
Okay, so again,
are they doing
each bar that has so many TVs?
So 33 million TVs had.
I guess that's the best I can come up with.
There's a lot of disappointed viewers.
Unless
you are 100%
we know that,
correct,
but we can't. Oh my gosh,
including just one on this dais here.
Unless you're one of those people who are American and rooting for Belgium because you're a worthless piece of crap, and anybody who did that. You know who you are. You're a worthless piece of crap. I got another word. I'm trying to minimize my cussing.
I think we're at PG-13 right now.
Kind of. I might have to mark the E when I put this on the audio thing. But, guys, you know what? It's been great, here doing this live in person. Zach, you think we can do it next week? He's like, no. But I miss doing the live shows.
This is fun.
It's good times. Good times. Real great. Peach Better not do it.
It'll go another half an hour if you keep doing it.
That's true. Jarvis, he's ready to go to bed.
Jarvis, bedtime call.
I brought up soccer again. You started yawning.
He brought up soccer.
For these guys, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. Call Like See It podcast. We will be back on next week. We had a show last week. We're going to do a couple of these. Hopefully.
I love how he's just making the decision. We're just doing it every week.
Well, listen,
this week you get a show. You get a show. You get a show.
You get a show.
Like, hey, but it'll be at some point. Listen, guys, I can't do the show.
Zach, I'll tell you.
I got too much going on. Dad's calling me down at the farm.
Listen, Jarvis, if you can learn how to push the red button, this will all be different, okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. Me and Kevin are the only ones who can do this, apparently. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box Call Like See It podcast. We will see you all again whenever that is. Until then, good night, God bless, and take care. Episode of the Coach's Box Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.